What's up, YouTube? It's AskTheYoungOne with CreateHigherVibrations.com. On this video, I'm gonna do a little bit on triangulation, I guess. And I'm probably gonna focus really more on the relationship side of things, because I am gonna do another video that talks a little bit about when you're getting divorced and the narc will get a protective order or something like that, and how how triangulation can kind of work into that. But in this one, I really wanted to just kind of give some awareness for the ones that may be going through it right this moment or suspect certain things in their own relationships. Triangulation is basically the narc will bring in a third party, someone else, a new supply. It could be a family friend, a co-worker, someone that you guys have known, but they'll bring them in basically to let you know that you're replaceable, and they will want to create the emotions within you that will create, like jealousy and insecurity. Normally you may never feel jealous or feel insecure, but they want you to feel that, so then they start playing the games. You know, they may tell you, hey, so-and-so said this to me, or so-and-so said something that I really didn't find appropriate, and here's what they said. And it's just like, why are they telling you this? Or why are they, for one, even having that kind of conversation with someone if they're in a relationship? So those are some of the things that, like, instead of, if you're unconscious to it, you may go after so-and-so and say, why are you talking this shit to my spouse or my girl or my husband or my boyfriend or whatever? When in reality, the narc was probably antagonizing it, like egging it on to get that kind of response from them, to then be able to triangulate them into your relationship, to then get the emotional reaction from you. So that's one way that they'll do it. If you're in a relationship and you're pretty much about to be discarded and they have a new supply, or even if they don't have a new supply, I mean, let's back up. So they'll have a new supply, but what they'll do, like, prior to discarding you, is they will reach out to other people to triangulate into your relationship. Instead of coming to you and discussing your relationship issues face to face, or discussing a possible breakup or separation face to face to you, they will go to everybody else to gain everybody else's opinion, and you will have no idea what they're doing or why they're doing it. Because as we know, healthy emotional humans would go to their partner, not to friends and family members that really don't have a clue of what is actually going on. They will actually go to people that don't even know you and tell them this fabricated story about you to gain that validation, to gain sympathy, to gain all these other things that they'll later come back to you and go, well, so-and-so said, agreed with me, or this person agreed with me, when they've never ever came to you at all to discuss the issues within the relationship. That's when they're triangulating these people into your relationship. Some of them will go as far as triangulating the new supply completely into the relationship, especially if they feel comfortable enough to, either if it's someone you don't know, if they feel like they can manipulate it in a way that can allow them to be brought together, they will do that. And they will then do it right in your face, literally. They will do it right in front of your face to create those emotions of jealousy and insecurity, to make you start questioning everything, to make you start like wondering why are they doing this. And they'll still never talk to you. They will never ever talk to you. They will talk to everyone else, because everyone else will validate them. You, on the other hand, will bring a challenge with, you know, like you'll bring your own things to the table that you have issues with, that they're not doing or holding up their end of the bargain on. But instead, by triangulating all these people, they will continue to be validated, and then ultimately keep building and boosting that ego and that illusion that they're right in what they're doing. And so that's one reason why they'll triangulate people into your relationship. Now, it can get really sadistic if, let's say, they start screwing someone that you both know, and then that person actually is like coming around, as you're in your relationship. And even though you're struggling with your relationship and this person's screwing your spouse, you don't know that, but in the meantime, they're triangulating and basically just working you over together. That can happen. It's an extremely, God, when that happens, it's really, it's almost like, it's literally like sadistic to do it that way. Which, in my experience, what I went through, that is what they did. They were not afraid. They literally thought that they had me, the blinds closed on my eyes so well that I would never catch on to what they were doing. Which, I'm pretty sure that at the time, when I look back in hindsight, like I knew, but it was still just that unconscious belief that overruled what I was feeling, and basically talked myself out of it in that moment, like in that time period. And it's crazy. But back to the triangulation. I mean, it's so, I mean, just like pay attention to the subtle things. If you're getting new, certain somebody's flirting with me, or certain somebody's, talking this certain way to me, and I don't know why they are, it just recognize those things. Because for one, the biggest lesson with triangulation, and when it comes to relationships, is people that are healthy in emotions will go to the person they're in the relationship with, not everybody else. A healthy emotional person will not go around bringing all these other people into the relationship for the simple fact of validation. And they certainly will not go and express and discuss the personal business of the relationship with people that don't even know both of you. For one, like, they just don't do that. That is like it's just another big betrayal of the narcissist. It's another lack in their ability to face their own issues. So that's why they triangulate, because they need to be able to seek the validation to make themselves feel good. And it's just like they'll go around after they discard you, and they'll act like they're so happy with the new supply, and all these people validated them in getting rid of you through the triangulation. And so it's something to just like pay attention to. I'm not gonna talk a long time on this. I mean, again, it comes down to the awareness and understanding what a narcissist is, understanding how they function, understanding the perception through how they see things compared to the difference of the perception of how you see things. But at the same time, it doesn't make it right that they've done this. But again, the awareness will help with the acceptance of what has happened. It's not necessarily that, it's not like taking away the validation of what has happened to you in this relationship, but again, it's just another manipulation technique that they use, and if you can become aware of it, you'll see it a little bit quicker. The whole goal behind all of this is to raise our conscious awareness in life in general. Raise our conscious awareness to why they felt that they could get away with it. Why were they doing it? The more conscious aware we become through the experience of this narcissistic relationship, the more conscious aware that we will become to our own inner happiness in life, which will then show us everything that we have been missing in life. So I hope this helped a little bit on the triangulation stuff. My next video, where I was going to talk about divorcing a narcissist, because that's exactly what they did. They got a protective order, and then they used the protective order to basically go in and triangulate all, like, the custody evaluators, the courts, their attorneys, everybody. I mean, it was a way to just basically like remove me from any type of level playing field, really, is what it was. And they were able to do this by using the validation of so many other people. I mean, I've never experienced a 10-year or 9-year marriage end completely off of the opinions of other people, and half of them didn't even know me. So that's something that you really got to pay attention to, because if you're with a narcissist, they're going to triangulate people into your relationship. So if you start being, it's going to be really subtle, and it's going to be things like so-and-so said this, or so-and-so thinks this, or, especially when it comes to like personal, like your interpersonal relationship, your interpersonal connection with your partner. When other people start knowing more than you, and if you're able to like see that's happening, that is a big red flag that you're being discarded, shit's going down, and it's really time to pay attention and follow your gut, because your gut's going to give you that feeling, and you have to follow it. And if you don't, you'll talk yourself out of shit, and then you'll be triangulated. They will discard you. They'll move along with their new supply. When the new supply starts to fail them, because they ultimately will, then if you're still unconscious to all of this stuff, you will start being triangulated back like into their relationship, and it's going to be another way to then start gaining fuel and supply back from you. So I hope that helps a little bit. I do want to thank all the I want to thank every person that watches my videos, and all the comments. I mean, they're so wonderful. Everybody is I'm truly appreciative and grateful for all the great comments, and it's an amazing new tribe that I found myself in. I mean, it's been a 3-year battle since this person left my life, and I can promise you that I embraced the growth, the lesson. Like, I embraced that. So, and by doing that, has brought some amazing people into my life, and I truly just am grateful for that. And that within that in itself, like, it's become my passion in life to just, I want everyone to realize a lot of the things that I've been able to realize, because granted, all of our lives are different and our perceptions of life are different, but if we can start seeing the true meaning of life outside of the belief system that we were always taught, it's going to really open you up to different things. I mean, and that's really my main goal. So I want to thank everybody that watches, and I will go for now. And again, my next one will probably be on divorce with the protective orders and some of the things that allow the one that gets the protective order, some of the things that they can get away with by doing that. So with that, I will jump for now, and I hope to post the next one very soon. So namaste.